Beautiful secret, don't tell anyone. God cares more about your purpose than you do.
I've seen your power.
Hello.
Yeah, so when was your greatest experience when you met God?
When I met God, I didn't really understand a lot of things because popularly it's popularly said rather that God is indescribable and uncomprehendable, something like that. So I didn't understand a lot. So having an encounter with God actually gave me understanding to an extent, although God can never be revealed to the last because they said God is eternity, so he never ends. Okay, so my experience with God was precisely last year. Was I can't really say much on it, but it helped me. It helped me grow in God, and I got to know something from Apostle Joshua Selman. He said that an ordinary Christian without an encounter, a Christian without an encounter is an ordinary Christian. So every Christian should have an encounter that backs up their Christianity.
Nice. What do you guys think about environments? What's your take on environments when it comes to spirituality?
For me though, like I feel like environment really matters a lot. Like I can't just give my life to Christ in a place whereby I can't even recommend someone to go to. So I feel like it really matters a lot. And most especially I feel giving your life to Christ should be a comfortable place where you're like floating. It can be in your room, it can be like anywhere, or it should be a place where I can recommend for people and things you can tell people to like do and something like that. So
Beautiful. Rick, what do you think?
Well, I actually feel like environment is very important because everyone who gives their life to Christ basically has one or two things that probably like let me say things that tempt them quite easily. And just like someone who smokes, let's assume the place he lives has about 2 bars beside his house where they smoke. Such a person who just gave his life to Christ, if he's still staying in that environment, more or less he'll be tempted to smoke literally every day. But if he's in a place whereby you hardly have such things around, the chances of being tempted is dropped. And another instance too is the sense of when you're around other believers like yourself, you have encouragement, people to encourage you, and people you learn from, people that keep you going even when you're starting to fall.
Beautiful. So what was your major turning point when it comes to spirituality?
Okay. How will I put this?
Take a deep breath.
Thanks, boss. So, as I was saying, about your spirituality, it's I'll put it like a characteristics, like an attribute to your life, like an evidence about your life. The way you call yourself a Christian, and you are expecting to behave like the way Christ behaves, So, if you read the book of Galatians chapter 5 verse 19, it was talking about the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, peace, joy, and the rest. So that's how it starts from. It's not something that when you receive Christ into your life, you now start building up all of a sudden. It's a gradual process. The way God breaks, it takes time before God breaks you down, because your previous self, you are still battling with it before you give your life to Christ, and you're still going to continue to battle with it, except if you give God fully.
Beautiful. Can I encourage you guys or something? The best way to get anything done is when you have vision. So now, what do you guys feel is your actual take on vision? And can you quote the Bible for me? On it.
Vision is like God's plan, purpose for you,
Beautiful.
what He wants for you, His will concerning you. There are several scriptures concerning vision, even if the word isn't there exactly, but there are several scriptures concerning vision. I know about Habakkuk 2 verse 2, which says, write down the visions so that he that readeth it will run with it. I also know about how before God formed us in the womb, He knew us. Before we were born, He set us apart. So there's just this plan that He had for us. And also Jeremiah 29 verse 11, for I know the plans I think towards you, said the Lord, plans of good and not of evil, to give you an expected end. So there's already an expected end.
Yeah.
So there's a vision that God has for every one of us.
Beautiful. I'm going to give you a high five after that. What do you feel?
So playing from the word vision in layman language is like something you can see. Now there's this saying, the day you know where you're going, that day you know the road that doesn't lead to that place. You have many routes here, but when you know the actual place that you're going, you know the route that doesn't take you to that place that you actually want to go. So from that, a vision, it gives you an exact idea. It's not a speculation. It gives you an exact idea of where you're going. Like the places she quoted, those are the exact things I had in mind. Habakkuk 2 verse 2. Yeah. When you have a vision, why God said you should write it down? So that they that read it may run with it. Because when you have that vision, you would run with it. You now have a direction. Vision provides a direction. And you then know where you're going to. So these are the important things. Vision is very important in life, because if you do not have a vision, then you have no direction. You're just moving like the wind.
Beautiful. So I would like to add to what she said. Vision, in normal understanding, like vision is like a blueprint, like what you're seeing ahead of, like what you are seeing, about to see, and God has given you the vision. If you go to the book of Joel chapter 2 verse 22, it says that, and the old shall dream dreams and the young shall see visions. Like it's actually, and like God has given everybody, God has given everybody visions, but the problem that everyone is facing is that they don't acknowledge the visions that they have. Like they don't see it. Like they're expecting something that is going to be so quick, and which is not possible. Like you have to spend time before you see the visions. And she has quoted some of the Bibles, and I said Joel chapter 2 verse 22. That's everything about vision. Is like writing down like a blueprint. For example, if you read the Bible, if you read Jeremiah, if you read Ezekiel, and it was Ezekiel, prophet Ezekiel was actually the description of Jesus Christ. Like everything that happened in the Old Testament concerning the giving birth of Jesus Christ actually then came to pass in the New Testament. So they already had the vision in the Old Testament that Jesus Christ is going to come, and it didn't happen during that time, but they already knew that it's going to happen, and that's why it happened in the New Testament.
Beautiful. Yeah. Now I just want a quick yes or no answer. Have you started a business?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Did it work out? Yes or no? Your
Did it
first
work out
business.
the way
Like,
I
have you started
wanted
any
to?
business that did not work out properly?
Yeah.
You have? Have you?
Yes, actually. And then I don't like that feeling. Okay, the business I started, I didn't go well, was I started selling bags.
Beautiful. Eric, have you started a business and it didn't work out?
Yeah, I did.
Beautiful. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Now, another yes or no answer. Yes or no? Rico, have you been in a relationship that didn't work out and you put a lot of heart in it?
Yeah, I have.
Have you?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Have
Yeah.
you? Okay. Have you guys wanted something that like crazy? Maybe a person, maybe something, and you guys didn't get it? Have you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every single person.
Yes.
Now, do you know the cause of that?
No.
All based on vision. So now, the most popular word in vision is where there's no vision, the people perish. Do you understand? So now, for relationships, for businesses, for your career, for your purpose, when there's no vision, people get to fall. Now I ask you a question about your relationships, about your businesses, and about your the thing that you really want. Can you give us brief experiences? You can choose out of those three and give us brief experiences on them.
For the business or relationship.
Choose. Okay. Oh, you can.
I feel like thank you for the relationship part. So there was this time I put my whole in this particular relationship and it didn't work out. Although I feel like I didn't have a vision, like I didn't see it coming. I felt I know what to do, but at the end.
Yeah. So what do you guys have to say about your relationships and businesses last year?
Mine last year. A relationship worked for me last year. But business worked for me.
I don't understand that last year relationship. God Almighty.
Last year relationship didn't work for me though. Like it was really really bad. I actually put my effort in it and it did at first. So but business, my business really worked out actually.
I found out. It's like
Last year. Last year relationship for me. I would say I didn't put any effort into any of the.
I tried my best. I tried my best because I was actually like everybody's like she do this. I'm like
So I tried
my
so much
best to-
effort, I guess.
But
But to some extent, I actually tried to. But I'm just this person that gets put off easily. So there were a couple of things. But I think I would just say like, if you're not ready for something, I think it's easier to like just get out if you're not ready because especially when like some people just put you off. Like you be thinking that okay, this person wins, but then you see some things that just
Just be like, God
off
Almighty.
and wow about the person. But some did work out.
I feel like my own business worked out last year very well.
I
And it's like
mean-
continue. The relationship should be like someone that understands you to your level like of everything. Your level of being holy with God. Like relationship is not really about
Like when you don't want to do
when you don't want to do some things. It should be like the same level. Like okay now I actually like want to do this with my partner, but because my partner is like actually want this one to that one to that, I'm like I'll get on a piece of like deep that kind of situation. Like no, so I feel like if you want to enter a relationship, calm down first. Make sure that person has the same thing you have. It's really rare to see it though. But if like you are with God like first and you are actually like telling him what you want, I'm sure you that person should
I
be
also
on your
like
level.
suggest you don't really jump into
Don't just jump into it because
Actually, I don't jump.
no. Like,
All
I'm
of
not
last
telling
year,
you.
I didn't enter any significant relationship. It was just things that were meant to turn into that, but never did turn into that.
I think my case is
Be on your level
different
with
because I put effort into a relationship. It worked out though. Ended up working out. Nothing exactly was wrong, but I don't know. I was very uncomfortable at the end of the day.
Actually.
I don't know why. I don't know how, but I was the same person that worked for it. And after I got what I wanted,
Not good time.
I just.
Do you think it
did
was
not-
God?
I think yes, because this has never happened in my life. But my mom woke me up by 2 a.m. and I was like, for what? At first when she woke me up, I was like, who is waking me up for what?
Then,
Then she called me and she started talking about relationships. And I was like, how did that happen? So from there I realized that God used her to let me know that I shouldn't just jump into anything. And I also realized that God sometimes make you have such experiences for some reason, so you can learn some stuff for the future.
Yeah, like
Beautiful. What do you guys have about your business?
About business.
business. See, I would advise you not to jump into any business because, like last year, 2020, I did about almost 15 to 20. Then 2021, 2021, I did about 10.
Jesus.
And the thing was, I have a lot of things I plan to do. So those things were just like side businesses to make quick cash. Yeah. But I would advise you don't just jump into many things, because by the time you jump into many things, you realize you don't have specific time for any of them really. So there might be this one that can actually yield a lot if you put much effort, but because you're too busy doing all this at the same time, you can't really like put so much effort into that one, and you end up wasting your time and effort and being a busy person. So it's just like, just chill. Like I always say, know what you do best, do it well, and make the best out of it. Instead of trying to work in another person's field, do what you do best, make the most
So I
out of
have a question. If business is not actually what you love doing, like it is now into music and
Of course, you can put it.
So
you
you can put effort in
Especially,
it.
and this is very nice.
because number one, I'm a musician, I do music stuff and everything. So when it comes to business, like doing business stuff into it, I'm like, nah, music is just my way. And funny enough, this evening, I want to just guys say I was playing keyboard though. So I was playing the keyboard. Like I don't enter spirits already. I don't do, oh Jesus. So someone now called me and I didn't know. I now stepped up this was same pedal and it was still giving that same note that I played last. The person was like, you play keyboard? I said, once in a while. I was like, play for me, let me hear that. What did I do? I played. She was not like, she liked the way I played that can I sing? I was not like, I don't know how to sing very well. She just said I should try. Or more. Now so the link it just goes up. She was like, can you teach me? I was like, we God said that I'm still learning and everything. I was not like considering. I had to just sit down and be like, okay, should I turn this thing into business or so? I was just praying. But until when God was like, just teach her. It's something I give you have to give it out to others freely. Freely I give to you. Freely you should give to people too.
Like my own is like I know how to like I like business, I like money. So
Exactly.
like there's this I feel like
That's the
there's
trend now.
China business I try to touch that I don't like. I know how to do that so much, except from education.
And everybody's
I
different.
really
You may know how to do it.
I know how to, I'm actually good at businesses but not at relationship. I'm good at businesses but not at music. I'm good at businesses but like you get we are different. I do
That's
at
why
music.
when starting the year, you should have a vision for every single thing you do. For your family, for your friends, for your business, for your relationships. So now once you have vision for all those things, you actually get to live the best year of your life. And even if you get to lose someone in the process, you'd get to count your blessings because you have made them through Christ who strengthens you. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
So now there's something to it. It's one thing to start a business and it's another thing to follow your purpose. Which one do you think is more important, your purpose or your business?
Your purpose.
Why your purpose?
Because a young man once said this to me that every day you wake up and you are not dead, that means you still have a purpose to live with. Like God just kept you alive because you have not you haven't sat down and thought about it that okay, why am I still alive? Like I have some things to do before I leave, like that kind of thing. So the purpose, your business, let me tell you one thing about business. Business will rise up, at the end of it will crash. But your purpose, the biggest mistake you ever make is when God gives your own purpose to someone else and you see what the person is doing. Like he once said that in the scripture, like when the people of God refused to praise him, that God got so angry and was like he's going to raise the stones. Like they've already forgotten the purpose that they were meant to do. You get. So one thing about man is that everyone has their purpose but they haven't seen it.
I would prefer to focus on my purpose because your purpose rather will give you everything you're looking for, every single thing that you're trying to attain, everything you're trying to achieve in life, be it the business or whatever, you end up achieving them through your purpose. I come to say that God is actually good because if God wanted it to happen, some of these businesses God is this kind of, he has this kind of personality that if something you go into, he is aware that it won't work out for you, he will make sure that he puts a stop to it early enough so you don't overuse your strength and end up wasting your time. So I will say that it's better you go with your purpose so that you can end up where God wants you to end up. There are several people that have died and they died with songs in them, they died with books in them, they died with several visions in them. They never got to do what God sent them to earth to do. and they died with it. Yes, because what now that we have the life in us, we should try and use it and utilize it.
There's one thing I want to say: never you ever give up on your dreams and purpose in life. You guys get it.
Yeah.
So nice. Should we end the video now? What do you guys think?
So, I feel purpose is important because in life we have wants and needs. If you follow your business is basically what you want or what you feel you want. And when you follow purpose, you get what you need in life. Because like Jeremiah 29:11, before your mother conceived you, I already had a plan for you. So he knows what you're meant to do. He's the one that created you. He's the one that put you together. So he's the one that knows what he wants for you. So in the same way, he's the one that can help you achieve it. So following your purpose actually will help you get all you need in life.
Okay. That's actually nice.
So that's so nice. Yeah.
Thank
How do you
you.
guys feel? Sure.
Feel good. Actually,
Feel good.
It's like express yourself.
Like for real.
Yeah,
Forget about recording.
I feel nice.
it feels
man.
good to express yourself, really change yourself.
Beautiful. Yeah. So like, do you know that in life there's a way you'd follow your purpose that would be different from following a relationship or business. Can I give you guys a quick relationship advice?
Yeah.
Now this is for the single people. Yeah. So this is this. This is this. If you don't know your purpose, you have no business finding a relationship. I think be like, why? Like that doesn't make sense. Relationships are meant to be like, okay, companion type thing. No, wrong. Actually, this is the thing. Okay, remember Adam? Adam knew his purpose was to watch over the Garden of Eden, but then God made Eve for him to help him and sustain him in the purpose for which God called him for. Right or wrong? Abraham. Now Abraham was with Sarah, but until God gave him the vision, Sarah was the one that sustained him. Now I'm not just classifying this under girls and boys, you know, or like under boys, but actually for both of them. So now think of this: you know your purpose, and you get to get into a relationship, and then everything becomes better because you guys know what you came to this earth for. But now once you don't know that, life is just going to be plain, and that relationship will not last even if it was heavenly. Do you guys understand? Yeah. And this is the thing, that heavenly person will not come to you when you have not found your purpose. Eve did not come to Adam when he has not found his purpose, and that's the way life works. So now before you can be in a relationship, you guys should find your purpose. I know sometimes you may feel lonely. Sometimes you may not have anyone to talk to, even if like everything is just bottling up for you. Sometimes you don't really have friends because you know your friends are all fake. Sometimes your family, they cannot really support you sometimes. You're not even yourself to talk to. But once you can take your time and find the purpose that God has destined you for, everything will fall in place. Because this, let me tell you a beautiful secret, don't tell anyone. God cares more about your purpose than you do. Because he formed you before you even like knew your name. Like before you even knew, like before your family ever thought, before your mom even knew she was going to marry, before your mom even knew she was, like before your great your forefather and your great grandfather even existed, God knows you. Like God knew you. Like God knows the plan like he has for you. I know I'm putting this with so much effort, but it's actually true. But now there's much more of following a purpose than just following anything else. Because when you follow your purpose, you get the greatest fulfillment. But if you feel another thing, you don't get it. Now, people think the course of their life is dependent on the course that are studying in school. That's wrong. I want you guys to get that out of your head because that's not the way life works. Now, these courses in school, beautiful, they're nice, but they don't actually like shape the destiny for which you have. So now, if a man is studying medicine and his true purpose was actually to be a philanthropist and to be a psychology man and has a like therapy medical thing, but now he's just a guy that is in a medical hospital and not really doing the thing that God has destined him for, he could be happy. But I promise you that when he's about to die, he will not regret the things he had done, but the things he didn't do. And this is the funny thing. When they are in their old age, they get to find their purpose, but it's too late. Because the most energetic time is in your youthful days. So now once you don't know these things, your life cannot be sweet. So I want you to think of this. Now there's statistics that says that you spend 58 years of your life just working. So now once you get to the age 18, you start working. Or let's just say, okay, you start working around 27 or something. But now you spend an average of 58 years working. Would you want to spend 58 years of your life working on a business that doesn't truly give you happiness? Or working on something, even if it doesn't bring you as much money, give you the greatest happiness ever? Now, can I tell you something sweet? God owns all the riches and wealth. And he says you're his child. And he told you that you are the inheritors of both heaven and earth. So now think about this. If you follow your purpose, you actually get to be the billionaire you choose to be. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So now think about this. You look at me and be fine with it. I know. But this is the thing. Because I want to follow my purpose, I actually have a vision of what I want to do. So now if you're starting a year without a vision, without a purpose, without something that you can see before you see, your life cannot really be the best, and your year cannot really be the best, because you'll not be able to count your blessings except, oh, thank you daddy for the clothes I'm wearing, thank you daddy for the sun I'm seeing, thank you daddy for making me wake up. But I just think about this. You wake up one morning and, God, I appreciate you. I just met the greatest team ever. God, I appreciate you. I met my girlfriend. Thank you for telling my purpose real quick. Do you understand? Like, it gives you like a type of purpose, like a type of fulfillment that school cannot give you, your mom cannot give you, your dad, your sister, that boyfriend that does not know you when you know you have a purpose. Like, do you understand? Like, there's a lot of things at once that you will not get fulfilled in if you don't know the purpose. So now your purpose is the key thing. I know I'm talking so much, but it's actually true. So now if you want to start your 2022, you have to know your vision. You have to know your purpose and then find a vision. And now you can only get a vision when you are in the presence of God.